In this video, we will be looking at the artist Brno Del Zou. Brno Del Zou is a French artist who was born in 1963. In his photo sculpture series, Brno Del Zou uses fragmentation of bodies and faces in order to better understand them. As in the art style of Cubism, a body or face can be represented from different points of view at the same time on the same flat space. Brno creates a certain thickness by overlapping pictures compared to the typical canvas used by painters. His art is faithful to the photograph subject by representing it from different angles and different scales. Brno selects a very close point of view to highlight often the eye, which looks at us deep within ourselves. The eye is then joined to a wider view of the face to better understand it and vibrate in contrast. There are no rules set in advance. Each photo sculpture, each fragmented portrait is composed according to how the subject inspires the artist. The only materials you'll need for this activity is a smartphone, a camera, and a device with a Microsoft Word in it. Success criteria for this activity is to take a range of clear self-portrait pictures, at least 9 to 12 of them, showing a range of different views and angles as shown in my example to the right. Simply taking one photo from only the front angle will not be enough to create the Brno Del Zou influence we're trying to achieve here. Once you have taken your selection of self-portrait pictures, I will walk you through the step-by-step process in how we will come to arrange and edit them into a digital photo collage using Microsoft Word. Please note, as this video is geared mainly towards upper primary school students, I'm using Microsoft Word for accessibility. However, if you've got Photoshop at home and know how to use it, that will be fine to use. Hello everyone, so once you're into your gallery on your device, then you need to hold down the pictures just with your finger for a couple of seconds to select which ones you want to send to yourself. And these images here, as you can see, have been taken from different angles, slightly different zoomed in and zoomed out views. And I've done that to replicate the portrait of Brno Del Zou. So now that I've selected the images I want, go down to share at the bottom left hand side on my phone, and I'm going to select which format I want to send it in. So I'm going to send it to my email on Outlook. Type in your email, whatever your email is. Okay, and then I'm going to click send. So that has just gone through. I've just heard a little notification that's gone through to my email now, and I will open them up on my email and show you in a screen recording how to put them together onto a Word document. Upon opening up your email and downloading your photos, it's a good idea to download them into a folder on your desktop. So choose the images that you want, drag them into a folder, and then once they're in that folder, then we can start importing them into a Microsoft Word document. It's a good idea, once you've dropped in the images to your document, to edit them one by one. That way it's not too overwhelming. It's important to know how to edit your photos so that they're not stuck in one place. To do this, double click on the image you want to edit, go up to Wrap Text and click Typed. This will basically enable you to overlap your images and place the image exactly where you want it on your page. Be careful that when resizing your image that you don't distort the image. So when you resize, you might want to hold down Shift or just go from the top right hand corner and gently resize it to make sure that your image remains true to its original size. Make sure that each time you drag and drop one of your pictures onto your Word document that you go through the same process of clicking on Wrap and clicking that tight, and then make sure that you're able to edit it and crop it down as you like. To take influence from the Brno Del Zou portraits, I'm going to make a zoom in of an eye, and I do that by clicking on crop and then just pulling down the little cursors to where you want to click, and then click away from the image to confirm your selection. Next, we will change the image from colour to black and white. To do that, click on Recolor and go to the black and white one in terms of colour saturation. So that will need to be done for each and every image that you have, in keeping with Brno Del Zou's style. Next, to reorder your image, click on Reorder, and if you want to select that image in front and send it to the back, click that. To enlarge and make bigger the entire image, I'm going to group each of these pictures by holding down Shift and selecting them all. Then just drag one of the cursors to make it the size that you want it. When happy with your self-portrait Brno Del Zou creation, then we need to save the work. So click on File, Save As, and I'd like you to save your student name, your class, and self-portrait. You'll need to save that to your desktop, and all you need to do is simply upload that onto Firefly when you're happy with it. To save on your printer ink, you don't have to print it out, but if you want to, that's up to you.